Ada from Poison Rock. Today we are with Nico from Raptore. Nice to meet you and welcome here. How's it going?
Hi Ada, nice to meet you. All going good. Thank you.
Okay, so of course, at the beginning of an interview is always the classical question: how Raptore started. So how was the beginning? Now it's I think a lot, 10 years more, maybe kind of the band.
Yeah, I started the band in 2012 in Argentina, and in 2014 we released our first demo called Demo 2014, and in 2016 we were able to release our first album, Rage Fever, that got
I was saying that always you were based in Argentina.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, the band started in Argentina, of course, and until 2018 that I moved here to Barcelona, the whole project was in Argentina. But in 2017, we did a re-edition of the Rage Fever album with a German label called Witches Brew. And then I decided to move the project here to Europe, to Barcelona, Spain, and reformed the band entirely, and
all the guys in the band changed, so completely like a new.
Yeah, during the whole Argentinian era, let's call it. We went. It was. We went like through a lot of member changes the whole time, and since I wasn't able to find a steady lineup and to give the project more a better showcase, a better recognition, I decided to move it here. The first idea was to move with Mitchell, the bass player, but unfortunately, he was not able to do the moving, so. I reformed the band entirely here. So, and basically, you released the first full EP in Barcelona as well, like the second, I can say, in 2022. Black Fire. I'm right. If I'm wrong, not wrong. Yeah.
Can we do it in Spanish, Italian? It's easier.
No. It is correct. I moved in 2018. And a year later, we released a 2-song demo or single called "Prisoner of the Night." Yeah, just to keep the project going. Yeah. But last year, 2022, we released our second album that it's called indeed Black Fire.
So, and I think we want to come back to speak a little bit in the first album, Razor and Fever. Okay.
Fever,
If, for example, because it was the first album, of course, at the beginning, and as well maybe with working with other guys in the band, how could you explain what is behind the first album? I don't want even in the lyrics, just mainly the all the influences that was coming from.
Yeah, it was oriented more in a rocker way. Let's call it more like. I wanted to mix like American thrash with rock music, and it was in that direction. My idea was like doing like a proto thrash heavy metal, something like that, something like mixing Armored Saint with Wasp with the American thrash of the first
basically
wave of thrash, Testament.
You're like that they're always the same, that trash from the 80s, and we can say glam, something like that from the 80s. Kind of always they were in war during the 80s. You wanted to bring them to peace.
I did. I wanted to do like a straight music, rock music, heavy music, but we always keeping a good image of the band.
Yeah, and from what I heard because I saw some video clips and listened to some songs from the first album, I guess they actually you have an amazing voice, like high notes.
Yeah.
It reminds the 80s glam rock, but as well something or like hurricane, something like that. Going that,
Yeah, I mean,
that way.
I always wanted to sing in a very high pitch,
Yeah.
but at that time, I mean, I was starting to sing. So by the time we released Blackfire now, I mean, I improved a lot my vocals. Yeah, so that's more like a raw version of me singing.
I plus again, I mean, almost how many years were passed by? Like almost 6-7 years after.
Yeah, 6-7 years.
Yeah. Of course, you change another country, and as well, I think it wasn't easier, you know, find all the people starting back or to that from zero, and so and basically this is that actual lineup of the Blackfire album. Is the actual
lineup. Yeah, correct.
So let's say who the other guys in the band are, because of course it's good to mention them.
Yeah, of course we have Jamie Gilhead in guitar.
Yeah.
He's the blonde one of the band. I mean, we are all brunettes and he's the blonde one. And we have Christian Blade. He's the bass player. And in the drums we have Angel Smolsky.
So this is the current lineup, and this is gonna stay. So.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I don't have any plans to change anyone of the band.
Of course. I mean, in Blackfire, of course, like we remember as well, it's been released a year ago. Yeah. What is the main difference in the lyrics, but as well in the composition and writing of the song since the first one? Because of course, the time if there is some as well in the lyrics, some topic that you wanted to face or to talk about it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was. I wanted to explore a darker, faster side of the band. Okay. So I was very into that kind of music, that kind of image, you know. So eventually, all converge in the songs. I mean, in the lyrics, in the music as well. So of course, it has the rocker vibe that Russian Fever has as well, but of course it is darker and faster.
So if we would like for it, because it's not always, you know, there are always the labeling of on the genre of metal. For example, heavy metal, thrash and heavy. Because I listened to the single itself, Blackfire, and I wasn't able actually to give a genre to it, because I was hearing some fades of heavy metal, some fades of thrash metal. It wasn't easy to put it in a because so I didn't know, like say it's metal, that's it. But I don't know if you of course meant it to play some kind of specific genre, or just like we do as we want, no matter what came out.
I mean, I think that it is a good thing. To not being able to be labeled, actually.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make an album for a specific genre or anything. I just do what I mean. The songs are just like an extension of my personality, of the things that I've been through that specific time. Yeah. So yeah, I mean. There's no intention at all to do a genre specific. I mix everything. Anything that comes to me, I mix it and
do it.
Yeah.
And back then, when you released the first album, of course, because of the scene is always different. In Europe, in Argentina, how did you felt like? I mean, which is only you can say it, the main difference that you saw as well, for example, playing live, like it was much easier in Argentina or in Europe, because sometimes people think that it's easier in Europe, but maybe it's easier in Argentina too.
No, I mean, in Argentina, it is easy to play live, but you can play everywhere. I mean, in shitty places, you can play, I mean, in clubs that are not allowed to have bands playing live. I mean, you can...
Like the same.
Yeah, it is kind of the same. We have a lot of common. but a lot of times you have to pay to play.
Like here, yeah, the same.
It's not good at all.
That's here what the scene is dead. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty big difference here in Europe. I mean, at this point, we never paid. I mean, we've never paid to play anywhere here in Europe, and we were able to play festivals and a lot of cool venues, and even we are starting here. We are a new band here in Europe. We were able to make it to cool festivals and all, and I mean, the difference is huge.
And in Europe, in touring, there are some memories, some particular lives that you really enjoyed mainly. I mean, of course, they can all be amazing, but there are maybe some moments during some playing lives, or that maybe you really cherish in your mind more than the other, because maybe, you met someone of your idol that just was funny being with the band, just in general.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always looking forward to the next thing, so I don't allow me to enjoy much. I mean, that's a thing that I have to work on it. But I mean, of course, now that seeing it in retrospective, let's say, being able to play in in Germany, in France, it was great. I mean. The organization told me that I was the first Argentinian ever to play those festivals. For example, the Trujheim at the Pyrenean Festival. So it's a huge compliment.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's great for the band as well. I mean,
yeah, because as well, and at the moment you're planning some live around. What actually are doing Raptor at the moment?
Yeah, we're playing. I mean, we have a lot of concerts already scheduled for this year, mostly in this area. We have a few here in the Barcelona area, and a few weeks ago we played in France again, in Toulouse, and we're going to Oberhausen in Germany in September. So yeah, the idea is to
it's full.
The idea is to bring the Black Fire everywhere we can, and then of course record the next album.
Already, like no stop, like said, okay, I am now that we started like the new chapter, we're going to not stop. But you're gonna book for some festival as well, or just gonna be single gigs like in a tour?
There are both. I mean, we have we have.
Of course, the one that you can say. Of course, the one you can say, because maybe.
Yeah, the one in Germany is a festival that our label is organizing.
Okay.
And the rest are separate concerts.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Germany has a cool festival, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I
think for metal scene, strictly for metal scene, the best one in Europe, probably. Even as Alfest too. But in Germany are more located, focused, packed for metal. And of course, speaking a little about you, Nico, how you get in touch with music? How you started to be getting close with singing and playing as well?
I started playing guitar, of course. I always played rock and blues, and I love all that kind of music. But at some point, I started to listening to metal, and there were no coming back from there.
So you never played blues? You never played blues again?
No. I keep playing blues. I love blues and rock, but yeah. And at some point, I was starting with the Raptore project, and I decided that I wanted to sing my own songs. I didn't want to have anyone singing my own songs.
Of course.
Maybe a selfish decision. It is a selfish decision, but so that's why I started to screaming out as I were able the lyrics, and eventually I was developing a better technique. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think it's a big, because of course being guitarist at the same time, singing isn't always easy. You have to be focused on singing as well, playing. And sometimes, people always demand after do the interview, okay, you interview, for example, the singer or the guitarist, but we never checked about the gear you used.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sometimes happen. Yeah, I know. I'm not into much in the technique of the music, but for the people that want to know these things, it's always good to know. There's some gear really that you love to play than the others. Or you have
yeah.
for example.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Gibson guitars since almost the beginning of the band. Right now I'm playing my a black Flying B guitar. That actually I have it here.
Okay, let's hear it. It's cool. It's beautiful. I saw in the video.
Yeah.
Could it be possible to see the same one that is in the video clip as well?
Yeah, it's the same one, but I was the other day I was giving it a like a
Oh,
spark
okay.
treatment.
At the 80s, 80s style.
Yeah, so I modified
That's
it a
cool.
little. I mean, I removed the neck pickup.
Yeah.
Because I love single pickup guitars.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I'm using at the moment.
Okay.
And for the Blackfire album, I used this LTD
Okay.
Phoenix,
That's beautiful as well.
yeah, which I love.
Yeah.
I'm planning to use it for the next album because Blackfire with white doesn't make much of sense.
Yeah, black fire with
Yeah.
a white fire.
yeah.
Something to be white.
Yeah, but for the next album, for sure, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
have another Gibson Flying B.
But that's
white one.
that's the white one as well. So you have the white version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm planning as well to remove the neck pickup.
Okay. Because you
Yeah.
find better with the lower, yeah.
Yeah, because I like the minimalistic aesthetics.
That's as well.
Yeah.
And
I like
so you have three
the
guitars.
two pickups.
You have three
No,
guitars.
I have four.
Four. Okay. Okay.
I have this Steinberger.
Oh my God, that's amazing. No, you should play with
Yeah.
that. You should play with these, the two.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I mean, initially I was thinking of doing one song at least with this guitar.
Of course, you should have to.
Yeah. But it never happened. So I mean, all the demos I recorded with this guitar because it's too. I mean, it's too easy to carry carry it everywhere. But yeah, it will appear in live for sure.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's a fretless as well, if I'm seeing.
No, it's not fretless. It has
Okay.
frets. Yeah. It has no.
Yeah.
Of course. Head.
Yeah, that's cool. And okay, and regarding the amplifier, you use, I mean, just a simple amplifier.
No.
Because I mean, I am a bass player, but for me, any amplifier sound the same because I'm not too much in that. But you, as a musician, knows better than me for sure.
Yeah, it's not the same. No, I'm using digital. We're going digital. I'm using the HX Stomp by Line 6.
Okay.
And I'm using a simulation of Mesa Boogie live, a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. So that's, I mean, I'm in love with the thing because it's like this size and you have anything you might need there. You can, I mean, move it anywhere and sound perfect. Yeah.
Minimalistic even to carry on with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the key.
So that I mean, you're right because moving, for doing gigs and live from town to town, to venue, it's not easy all the time moving with the amplification should be something that the venue should take care of, I guess, at least.
Yeah, I mean, some part, I mean, the cabinets at least.
Yeah. And for speaking about, I mean, we answer now to the tedious question. So speaking about the band who influenced you, and I'm gonna ask you to choose 5 albums. So we're gonna be same minimalistic as well in that. 5 albums.
You got me.
Yeah.
5 albums. I mean, in terms of band, yeah, you got me. I had no doubts that Kiss is my favorite band always. Is going to be. But the thing is that I started with Kiss with a compilation album. I
Okay.
mean, with a greatest hits or something like that. So, but if I
Yeah.
had to choose one Kiss album, it would be Dress to Kill, the third
Okay.
album from '75, which is my favorite. Then it has to be Led Zeppelin 2 because I yeah,
Then you can't
it's a
just describe
classic.
it. It's holy music, holy rock music,
Yeah,
and weird holy, and they are
yeah,
sitting crowded. It's a little weird.
yeah. Because I was listening at that time AC/DC, Kiss, Twisted
Okay.
Sister, and when I was young and the first I mean uh, I put the CD and it was like it opened my mind
Of course.
like a I don't know. It was like an open.
Yeah, it changed it, everything. Yeah,
Yeah, it changed me forever in a good way.
of course.
And then I don't know. We have two.
Yeah.
Any I don't know any AC/DC album as well because I had the entire AC/DC discography in
Okay.
cassettes from my father, and I listened to the whole discography, and I went. I mean, Kiss and AC/DC are my favorite bands from all time. And no, I know. And in terms of metal, it was Defenders of the Faith from Judas Priest,
Of
the album
heavy metal.
yeah, that was the album that got me into metal. So I love it. I also love from Death, Sounds of Perseverance, the last album from Chuck.
Yeah.
This album, I mean, I always going back to that album. I mean, let's leave it there because otherwise I should mention like all of the albums that I have. Yeah.
And as a guitarist, there was some really guitar hero that who inspired you while you were growing up and playing. Like I don't know, there are the classical guitar hero, or there was another type of guitarist that you follow and liked, or you inspired.
Yeah. My all-time favorite is Stevie Ray Vaughan, blues player. Eric Clapton as well, both of them. Yeah. And then in terms of metal, Glenn Tipton, I think they do the best solos in terms of writing.
Yeah, of course.
And Marty Friedman as well. Yeah.
Marty Friedman, while he was in Megadeth, or later, or before.
Yeah, in Megadeth, I love the solos that he did in Megadeth.
That was the best era of Megadeth, in my opinion.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, this is as well a tedious question, but we'll keep it straight. So, okay, you are the organizer of a festival, okay? So just, we do 1 day festival, so just 1 day. You can choose the name of the festival, so think of the name of the festival in the meantime. 3 bands, it's not a festival, it's a gig, but let's say it's a festival, and the place.
Okay, and the bands...
You can choose 3, 2, 5, even just 1, top 2.
The bands should be active, those bands?
No. Even, I don't know, Fred Astaire.
Okay, the place, the venue I know it for sure, it would be in Argentina, the River Plate Stadium.
Okay.
Of course, because it's the greatest place to have a concert in Argentina at least, and it's the team that I support, River Plate. That's the venue. The bands, I mean, Raptore would open the yeah. We have to be
headlining maybe. Headlining, like headliner maybe.
The headliner would be Kiss for sure.
Not Raptor.
No, Raptor will open. I mean, we cannot be above Kiss. No way. But it will be the Kiss from the 90s, from the Revenge era, 92 to 94 Kiss. That would be the headliner. Then of course AC/DC, but if I can choose, it would be like the hard as a rock era AC/DC, and then the Highway to Hell AC/DC from the '79.
So 2 versions of them.
Yeah, 2 versions of AC/DC for sure.
Two performing.
Kiss, Raptore opening, and the other I don't know. Maybe there's a lot. I had no idea. I mean,
Just so you can leave it
Maybe
like that.
Phil Collins singing in the air tonight in the
Okay.
middle.
That's
Just
true.
that
But the
song.
name, we missing the name.
Ah,
The
the
evening.
name.
Yeah.
It would be
White Fire.
yeah. No, because it happens in my mind, so it might be welcome to Catholicism.
Okay. One would be happy
Something
about
like
it.
that.
Like with some priest welcoming everyone. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like Jeff Becerra in the movie clip, like in the video clip, welcoming everyone dressed as priest.
Yeah.
We can call
Yeah.
Becerra. It would be happy to do that. Okay, but really, so before ending, so just summarize. The actual plan of Raptor is just going live, straightforward. So until and next album maybe a new album. Next year a new album. English, come back.
Yeah. The idea is to play everywhere we can with the Blackfire album, and in the meantime try to record a new one, because we already have several songs in the making, and we are almost there. I mean, we have to work some details, but also we have to find the time to go into the studio and record it. That's the plan. I mean, I lost already a lot of time doing the moving and everything, so I don't want to waste any other meetings.
What can I say, Nico? Really, it was a pleasure. And of course, when the new album will be released, we will do an updating interview, because we have to. We will talk about the album, what is changed, the songs. So I like a album interview review, something like that. Okay.
Perfect. I send it over as soon as I have it.
Of course. Let me know when. Of course, I will let you know when the interview is out, because we have to arrange some detail, like if there's some song that you want, for example, the interview start with, and we will message about that.
Okay.
So it's really a pleasure, and I wish you good luck with all this live, and have a lot of fun. I don't take any priest with you. Don't take any priest.
Okay. Thank you, Ada. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.